USWA Wrestling. I've been joined at ringside by the controversial Dr. Tom Pritchard. And the winner of this match upcoming gets a shot at the Southern Heavyweight Championship, now held by Simply Irresistible Jeff Jarrett. The participants tonight are Stunning Steve Austin, 266 pounds, and the USWA World Light Heavyweight Champion, Nightmare Danny Davis, at 209 pounds. The Nightmare giving up a lot of weight to the big man Austin, but you're talking about a man that holds the belt, the light heavyweight champion, the only one in the world today.
Well, I think Stunning Steve Austin definitely has a fantastic future ahead of him in this sport, because being the 1990 Rookie of the Year has given him the confidence he needs to compete against a veteran and a world light heavyweight champion like Danny Davis.
Well, it's very obvious that this could not be a title match, because Stunning Steve Austin weight exceeds the limits of the light heavyweight championship, which is, I understand, at 210 pounds. And Danny Davis at 209, coming in on the scale just under that, has held this title, I understand, for quite a long time.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I thought the World Light Heavyweight Championship was the limit was around 230. I'm not quite sure about that. I'm going to have to check into it myself. I'm weighing a good 227 right now, and I wouldn't mind challenging Nightmare Danny Davis for that World Light Heavyweight Championship. Even though I am a full-fledged heavyweight and I do compete in the heavyweight ranks just as Danny Davis, I would like nothing better than to knock Danny Davis off his so-called throne.
I stand corrected. In checking my notes here at ringside, the light heavyweight championship, the weight limit is 225 pounds. Can you drop a couple of pounds, Dr. Tom?
Yeah, well, if they called for it, if I had an opportunity, maybe. I don't know.
In the meantime, Stunning Steve Austin at this point taking the measure of the Nightmare Danny Davis. I failed to mention, and it is certainly not an oversight on my part, because she is certainly a stunning woman at ringside, the lovely Jeannie, accompanying Steve Austin to the ring for the matches here at the Sportatorium. And Jeannie applauding now her man. Now a little conversation ensuing between Austin and Jeannie.
I think that might give it just a little more incentive when you're in the ring. You got somebody like Jeannie on the outside. Wouldn't that make you want to maybe impress a woman like that? Wouldn't that make you fight just a little bit harder to know that not only you'll walk away with a winner's purse tonight, but you'll be walking away with Jeannie in one of her better moods, man. And I don't know what could be better than that.
Did you say that Stunning Steve Austin was going to walk away with Jeannie's purse?
No. The winner's purse, and then maybe walk away with Jeannie in a fantastic mood. They can go out on the town, they can celebrate, and they will have a wonderful time.
And the winner, of course, will get the Southern Heavyweight title shot. And look at that right hand by Austin. Referee James Beard stepping in to break things up, but Austin with a little sucker punch there, taking every advantage on the Nightmare Danny Davis, and Danny being choked by Austin right in front of us here at the table.
Well, no matter what you say about Danny Davis being a light heavyweight champion, no matter what you say about Steve Austin being a full-fledged heavyweight, Nightmare Danny Davis can definitely deliver some heavyweight chops and punches in the wrestling ring.
Austin with the clothesline on Danny Davis, and Danny out in the ring and now being stepped on in the throat area again by Austin. And you're talking about 266 pounds of pressure coming down on the throat of the Nightmare.
I am very, very impressed with the agility and ability of Stunning Steve Austin. He is moving like a cat. In fact, you might say he's moving like a light heavyweight in the ring tonight.
Right now, Austin taking the measure of Nightmare Danny Davis. Danny, a substantial underdog. Look at this. Look at this.
Now, you know, maybe Danny might have called her a name. He might have insulted her dignity. He might have insulted this woman, and you don't do that to a woman like Jeannie. She doesn't take too much from nobody, from what I understand, man.
Austin going in on the Nightmare, and a belly-to-back souffle puts him down. Austin confident with just a lackadaisical press that time, but Danny Davis, knowing it and feeling it, is out from underneath at the count of two.
But if you notice, Stunning Steve Austin is controlling Nightmare Danny Davis, who is a veteran of the ring wars, and this Stunning Steve Austin is showing that he is very fastly becoming a veteran. He is learning quickly. He is learning every time he steps through those ropes, and he's showing his learned ability against Nightmare Danny Davis this evening.
Here's Davis coming off the ropes. Davis caught with the knee. I agree with you that Austin is a force to be reckoned with in the USWA, but I must insist that this match, even though looking at some way of a mismatch, you've got the speed and the agility and the quickness of a Nightmare Danny Davis against the youth, the exuberance, and the raw strength and talent of a stunning Steve Austin. This is a good matchup, even though distribution weight-wise, it's a little tip to one side of the scale.
Yeah, I wouldn't exactly say it was a mismatch. I would say you got it, maybe not on even terms because of Danny Davis's ability and ring time. But stunning Steve Austin looks like he's had more ring time than he actually has had. He has been controlling this match. He has been controlling Danny Davis, and this says a lot for the ability of this young man.
I cannot help but keep noticing Jeannie, who is scowling at ringside right now, although that Austin has the reverse chinlock on Danny Davis. Jeannie not pleased that Austin didn't get a pin already in this match and taking this one home.
Well, I think Jeannie is looking stunning herself this evening, and she's there not only for moral support, but maybe Danny Davis can't keep his eyes off her, and maybe that's what got Danny Davis in all this trouble to begin with.
I agree with you saying that Jeannie is a stunning woman, but I must disagree. I am perhaps from the old school. I don't agree with having Jeannie in the corner of someone like Steve Austin with the ability to interfere in a match. If she wants to be a wrestler, let's put her in the ring. Let's put her up against a sweet Georgia Brown. Let's put her up against a good woman wrestler. But don't stand on the outside and do more than moral support. I mean, this is a woman that gets involved.
No, I think that's your opinion, and you know hell have no fury like a woman scorned, and if Danny Davis is going to insult this woman, I don't think she should stand by and take that.
Right now, Danny Davis taking the punishment from stunning Steve Austin, and Austin has had things going his way in this match just about the entire duration, and Danny needs a break of some sort, but he's not going to get it like that, and he's certainly not going to get it like that.
Now, Danny, I think, might have spit up, got something in her eye, and now you don't do that to a lady. You don't treat a lady like that, ringside or not.
I quite frankly disagree with you, Dr. Tom Pritchard. I don't think Jeannie is acting.
Now look at Steve Austin take control. He has not let up for the past 4 or 5 minutes on Danny Davis. He has this man in complete control. This guy is showing me a lot of fortitude. He's showing me that he has a lot on the ball, and he will definitely be a force to reckon with within the next few years of his short career.
Danny Davis coming out of that. He may have had a partial sleeper on Danny Davis that time, but Davis now just caught in the reverse chinlock. The referee checking with Danny to see if he wants to give it up. I don't think Danny Davis wants to give up even the possibility of a shot at the Southern Heavyweight Championship.
Well, you notice Austin has his fingers locked around the chin. He's got it pretty secure. He's got his knee up against his back, and you're right. These guys are fighting for the chance to wrestle the Southern Heavyweight Champion, regardless of who it is. And they want to show, both of these guys want to show to the people here in Texas that they are worthy of a championship belt.
Danny Davis is caught in the reverse chinlock. He's coming to his feet. Danny Davis needs to break this hole, but instead Steve Austin raking at the eyes. A little delay on Austin's part as to what to do, and it gave enough room for Danny Davis to duck out of the way, and stunning Steve is on the floor.
Well, Austin delayed his way on in the whole match, and all Danny had to do was move out of the way one time, and here came Austin sprawling out on the floor, and Davis, being a ring general he is, took advantage of the situation.
Austin going after Danny up against that ring pole, caught the corner of it with his shoulder. Stunning Steve is down and is reeling with the punches of Nightmare Danny Davis. Davis follows Austin back into the ring. Now a reversal. Flying body press. 1, 2, oh. I thought he had him, Tom.
Well, as I said, Danny Davis may be a light heavyweight champion, but he packs a heavyweight punch.
That is a neck breaker, Nightmare style. And that is the Nightmare neck breaker. Davis closing in. Flying Mare out of the corner. Is this a man possessed or not? Danny Davis taking the fight right to stunning Steve Austin.
Well, I think once he got his second win, Danny Davis is going to take full advantage because he wants a shot at that Southern heavyweight title, too.
Austin rolling him up, 1, 2, and 3.
But he don't want it as bad as Steve Austin does, obviously.
Stephen Austin with a big advantage, winning the match. He'll now get a shot at the Southern Heavyweight Championship. But I believe you would even agree, Dr. Tom Pritchard, Austin using the advantage of the ropes to his advantage to win the